The elevator, which can carry 7 people, triggered an alarm because of 4 children. Although Genta is equivalent to 1.5 adults in weight, the other 3 children together barely weigh as much as 1 adult. How could it possibly be overweight? The only possibility is that there was an invisible person in the elevator. Suddenly, a familiar siren sounded from downstairs. Officer McGurry received a report that a library staff member had gone missing after working overtime the previous night. The librarian, who had been working late with the missing person, was the main suspect. The librarian claimed that he had left 10 minutes earlier, so he wasn't aware of anything. The police searched the library thoroughly, but found no clues. Conan, after hearing this, seemed to have thought of something. They hid in a cabinet and waited until evening. The others didn't understand, but Conan asked them to smell carefully. Sure enough, there was a faint, rancid odor in the air. Conan suspected that the missing man had been murdered, and that his body was hidden somewhere in the building. Suddenly, the elevator doors opened. The group quickly hid. To their surprise, the person who came out was the kindly librarian. Conan, cautious, followed him. The librarian was holding several imported books and muttering to himself. It turned out that the staff member had discovered the librarian's secret and was killed, and his body was hidden in the library. Seeing the librarian's triumphant laugh, Conan's pupils contracted. At that moment, Genta accidentally made a sound. They were so scared they ran straight into the bathroom. The librarian quickly followed. Luckily, their small bodies allowed them to hide in the gap of the door and escape danger. Even Conan was shaken this time. The librarian, seeing no one around, left. Later, Conan noticed that the imported books were missing, but there was no way the librarian could have taken all of them at once. So, the group decided to split up and search. Ayumi, without thinking, turned on the lights. At that moment, the librarian was preparing to leave the library. Conan went to the window, but didn't see the librarian anywhere. Unbeknownst to him, danger was quietly approaching. They had moved the books from both sides, but there were still books in the middle. Strangely, the books in the middle had pages on both sides. Opening them, they found a large package of contraband. It was clear that the dead staff member must have discovered this, and was killed because of it. Just as they were about to call the police, they found that the phone line had been cut. With no other choice, they started searching for the body. But just behind their backs, a pair of blood-red eyes gleamed. At that moment, Ayumi's shoelace came undone. A large hand reached out from behind her, slowly approaching. Fortunately, Conan appeared just in time to stop the librarian from committing his crime. The group continued their search for the body. They discovered a clever mechanism on the bookshelf. By shaking it, the entire bookshelf could be moved. Conan deduced that the body of the deceased was likely hidden there. The group worked together to move the bookshelf, but there was nothing behind it. Suddenly, Conan remembered the alarm from the elevator earlier that morning. The elevator, which could carry 7 people, had triggered an overweight warning. Although Genta was the weight of 1.5 adults, the combined weight of the other 3 children barely made up 1 adult. How could it have been overweight? He quickly rushed to pry open the elevator doors and press the up button. The elevator slowly ascended, and the missing staff member's body slowly appeared. But Conan hadn't noticed that the librarian was also following the elevator up, with a kind expression. The librarian was holding an iron rod behind his back. Conan remained calm and directed the others, also moving forward to distract the librarian and help them sneak into the elevator. Before the librarian could react, Conan